Hola clase. All right, let's give this a shot. We'll see how it goes. This is a kind of a rude way to make a video, but it's better than nothing. All right, so I found this worksheet and I printed it off, and I'm gonna kind of show you how this works in English and how this works in Spanish. And a lot of teachers use this concept of snap or tap. So the concept of tapping is continuous, and that makes you think of the imperfect. So the continuous action is tapping, whereas snapping is a one-time thing. And so snapping is the preterite. Okay, so that's kind of what they mean here by snap and tap. So the snap is preterite, tap is imperfect. So which one do you think these are? Is this snap or tap? I went to the store with Grandma every Saturday. So be careful, don't get fooled by the simple verb. Oh, it's preterite. No, if you see that it says every Saturday, it shows repeated action in the past. So repeated action in the past is imperfect, all right, which is the tap concept. So every Saturday I went to the store, or you could say I used to go to the store every Saturday. All right, second one, they went home at midnight. Is that a specific action in the past? Is that a tap, or is it a snap? That is an action that is finished in the past. It's at a specific time, but so they went home at midnight. Done, over. All right, we used to practice after school. The concept of something that used to happen is repeated. All right, so that is tap or imperfect. He practiced today after school. Move my chair here. Today, specific time, he practiced, it's over with. It's not something that happened repeatedly. It is snap. You cried often when you were a child. Here's a hint. Look for words like this and like this expression every day or every Saturday often shows repetition. All right, so repetition is imperfect. All right, so that's the tap. When you were a child, it's an unspecified time. It's not a one-time thing. He cried when he fell down the stairs. That is one-time thing. He fell down the stairs, he cried. All right, so that is snap or the preterite. They left the party at midnight. I don't know what the deal is with midnight, but anyway, they left the party at midnight. Specific action, finished, done. All right, whereas number 8, she was leaving the party. Was leaving is a good indicator of the imperfect, and that is indeed what it is. It's kind of a vague statement because typically something like that then is continued. There's a thought continuing, like she was leaving the party, but then she got stopped by her friends. So, but anyway, this part of the sentence is the imperfect. Number 9, last night after dinner, we did our homework. This is a specific time frame, and it's the action is done. It's over with. So that is a snap or the preterite. Okay. They always did their homework on time. Do you see a key word here? Always. Always shows repetition. So what have we had so far for repetition? Every blank, every day, every week, every month, every Saturday, often, always, etc. That's my dog wanting to get outside if you can hear him. Okay, so they always did their homework on time, shows repetition. That is imperfect. Number 11, she rode the bus home yesterday. Specific time in the past. This concept is done, it's over, it's a preterite verb. Every day we rode the bus to school. There's your key phrase. That's imperfect. It shows repetition. So what about number 13? Now we're in Spanish. Yo ir a las fiestas los fines de semana. So I went, okay, this would be the verb to go, to parties. Los fines de semana means on the weekends. Okay, so every weekend. That shows repetition. That shows imperfect. So if you look down here, if you can see that, then what they did is then they conjugated this verb. Since we know it's in the imperfect, we're going to conjugate it iba. Okay. Number 14, mis padres no ir a la fiesta de mi tía. My parents didn't go to my aunt's party. There's no time frame that we can really figure out, so you just have to go, well, is it a specific time in the past? Is it like done and over with? They didn't go to her party. Is it repeated? No. Is it continuous? No. So it's a preterite. So then the verb ir in the preterite is an irregular verb. Of course, there's so many irregulars, and that's fueron. Okay, if you don't remember your preterites, you'll need to make sure that you review those, because those are a big pain in the neck. Trust me, I know. Number 15, ellos buscar el perro todos los días. So if you ever see todos los something, you're going to know what? Repetition. So they looked for the dog every day. Every day, repetition, imperfect. So how do I make that verb buscar in the imperfect? So I take off the AR and I add aba. Oh, but it's plural, so I add aban. Put an N on the end. Okay, number 16. Tú siempre mirar ese video. So do you see any keywords there that can give you a hint? Siempre. So over here, you have the word always. That's siempre. Often, a menudo. Every, todos los, whatever it is. Todos los días, todos los meses. Todas las semanas, etc. Siempre is a repeated action in the past. So you always watched this video. So mir abas. So it's aba, abas, aba, abamos, abais, aban. All right. Number 17. De pequeño yo llorar mucho. Now this one may be a little hard. De pequeño means like when I was small. Yo llorar mucho. So to cry. When I was little, or I cried a lot. Is that it doesn't specifically say repetition, but you can guess from the meaning that that is a repetitive action. You did it a lot means you did it more than once. Okay, so it's not a preterite, it's an imperfect. All right, another AR verb, lloraba. All right. Number 18. Ella empezar la tarea a medianoche. She began her homework at midnight. Sounds like a specific time. Sounds like it is the preterite. She began. So, empezó. Okay. Number 19. Mis abuelos y yo, so it's the nosotros form, abrazarse a menudo. A menudo, often. So this one is an imperfect. My grandparents and I hug each other a lot. Okay. The se shows it's reflexive. It's the nosotros form. So nos, we hugged each other a lot. Abraz, okay. You remember the nosotros ending of an AR verb? Abamos. Nos abrazábamos a menudo. All right. La chica 20 salir de la biblioteca y fue al parque. So the girl left the library and went to the park. We don't really have a time frame, so we have to kind of infer. If there's two actions, you got to ask yourself, does one interrupt the other? The girl left the library and went to the park. No, those are two specific actions in the past. So we are going to conjugate this verb as a preterite verb. And this is the verb salir. It is an IR verb. You remember your endings? Salió. Okay. 21. Mi familia y yo cenar en la cocina cada noche. My family and I, this is to eat dinner in the kitchen. Cada noche, every night. Okay, so todas las or todos los, also cada. Cada means each or every. Okay, so every night shows repetition, imperfect. So we used to eat dinner, and it's the nosotros form. Cenábamos en la cocina. 22. El estudiante nunca estudiar para los exámenes. The student never studied for the test. Just like siempre shows repetition, so does nunca. Because nunca means she never did it. I'm not just talking about like last week she didn't do it. He didn't do it, but never. And so that actually shows repetition. So every time there was a test, he never studied. That's repetition. That would be imperfect. And it's el estudiante no estudiaba. All right. 23. Los chicos fuertes, strong boys, the strong boys, levantar pesas cada día. The strong boys lift weights every day. Every day. Repetition. Imperfect. Okay. So levantaban. Okay. And then number 24. Un día yo ver un perro grande en la escuela. Okay, and we will get to this as well. We're going to look at some keywords. A keyword for the preterite would be one day. One day I saw a big dog at school. So one day shows it only happened once. It's not repeated action in the past. So that's definitely the preterite. And so the verb ver is an irregular in both the preterite and the imperfect. So do you remember? It's vi. Okay, so take a look at that and see if that makes any sense to you, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, gracias.